So you're wondering what it's like to start your period. It can be a little unsettling to not know what to expect. So let's talk about it today and share some stories with some real people.
Can you tell me about the first time you started your period?
I think I was like 12.
13.
I was alone. I just felt excited.
It wasn't a big deal, and I was like, this is the hype.
And I was very proud when I went to the high school. I'm a woman now.
First things first, your period is a part of your menstrual cycle where once a month the uterine lining sheds and you bleed for about 3 to 7 days. And you might feel like it'll come out of the blue, but actually there's ways to tell when your period is likely on the way. Before your first period starts, you'll probably notice some things like bloating, maybe some mood swings, maybe some cramps in your lower belly. And all of these are normal, and it's just a sign that your body's preparing itself to have its first period. And if you haven't started your period yet, it's really good you're watching this video now so you can feel prepared and know what to expect, because a lot of girls don't prepare themselves and end up feeling a little confused and nervous for their first time.
I went to the bathroom and I saw it and I started crying. I started yelling for my mom. So I was like, what is happening? It was hurting, you know?
Your first period may come as a surprise, starting light and becoming more regular over time. It can last anywhere between 2 and 7 days, and they can look different too. It might look a little more pink or brown or red. I promise it's all normal.
I was in, I think it was 7th or 8th grade in junior high, and I noticed something brown in my underwear, and I was mortified. I thought, oh my gosh, did I just have an accident? Like, what is this? And next day, same brown spot on my underwear. 3rd day, it happened again. Finally, the 4th day, it looked like it was obviously a period. Oh my God, thank goodness. That's all it is. I didn't know what it was.
So let's break down a few different scenarios of where you might start your period and what to do if you start it in these different situations. Number 1, the dreaded starting your period at school.
I think I was in a climbing class, and then I was like, ugh. So I just like didn't do the climbing, but I had the stuff in my bag because I have a big sister, my mother, and other explained to me. So yeah, I was just like, oh, my stomach is like hurting me, and then I go to the washroom and say, I will not be able to do today, so.
Your teacher or the nurse will likely have some backup pads for you, probably even a change of underwear. And don't be afraid to go up to your teacher and tell them you started your period. I promise it's not as embarrassing as you think, and I'm sure they've heard it before. What if you realize or you think you start your period and your teacher won't let you go to the bathroom? So RedDrop actually solved this problem and created bathroom passes. They're little cards that give you a pass to go to the bathroom without saying anything. You can hand it directly to your teacher. They'll read it and know exactly what to do and allow you to go to the bathroom no matter what. Okay, so what if you start your period and you actually don't have access to pads or tampons or anything like that? First of all, let's hope you're not in this situation, and I would recommend to bring a period prep kit with you at all times.
Did you have pads and things prepared?
Yeah, every day in my bag, like just in case.
RedDrop makes a really good period prep kit. I'll link it down below. But let's say you forget your period prep kit and nobody around you has pads or anything. What do? There's temporary solutions. You can take some toilet paper, roll it up in your hand, and then put that rolled up little cushion of toilet paper directly on your underwear. That's just a temporary solution so you can go and find somebody who has a pad or go to the store and get a pad. It's not gonna be perfect, but it will do the job for at least a couple hours. Okay, what if you're on a trip or a vacation?
The first time I started my period, I was actually in Mexico. I was in Mexico and I was alone. I had one with my aunties, but it's just not the same like being with your mom and like having her her comfortability.
But a lot of bathrooms and airports and public spaces actually have period products for you to either buy or sometimes even have them for free. If you're traveling with a friend, of course you can always ask if they have any period products. Now, what if you're around people where you really don't want to talk about your period? You could always bring it up discreetly by saying something like, hey, could you drive me to the store? I need to pick up some personal things. And I do know the feeling of being nervous to tell someone.
But I was very shy to talk about it with my mom. She's like, I want to stay a little girl for sure.
If they're a female, they've also started their period and they've been through the same exact thing as you. And it's not anything to be embarrassed about. It's something that you should be a little excited by.
So now that you know all these scenarios, how do you make sure you feel prepared when you actually start your period?
You can do 2 things. Number 1, you can educate yourself. So know what a period is, what to expect from it.
My mom, she told me what to expect, so I wasn't surprised, and I was very proud when I went to the high school. I'm a woman now.
And that's really what I'm doing in this series with RedDrop. I'm here to educate you guys and let you understand what your period is, how amazing the female body is, and that it's really nothing to be afraid of. And number 2, you can also prepare yourself with period products. Like I said, I'll link below a really good period kit that I recommend. Remember that starting your period is a really exciting and significant milestone in your life. It's perfectly natural and something that every girl goes through, so you're not doing it alone. And if you have questions, please leave them down below and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Subscribe if you want to join the conversation as we continue to break the stigma around talking about periods.